And greetings to the citizens of the Kingdom of Eagle Rock. It is so wonderful to see you through my magic mirror today. I have received word in my kingdom that you all are going through a momentous time right now, and you have been staying safe and happy and healthy inside your own castles. Now, I know a thing or two about staying safe inside my castle and taking care of my family and those I love. I was thinking that I could perhaps tell my story to all of you today. If you know it, would you like to help me tell it as well? You can follow along with me, and there are special moments that I love to sing as well. So, if you would like to join me, be sure to sing loud and proud so I can hear you all the way at the top of my castle too. Now, in the Kingdom of Eagle Rock, when we begin a story, I believe we say 4 magical words. Does anyone know what they are? Let me give you a hint. You have to put your hands together like this, like you're holding a storybook, and on the count of 3, we'll say it together. I believe you use the same words we do in my kingdom. They are once upon a time. So, on the count of 3, let's put our hands together and we'll say once upon a time, all right? 1, 2, 3. Once upon a time. Now, there was a castle where a king and queen lived, and they had 2 daughters, both princesses, but one of them had a magical secret. Do you know what that magical secret was? Yes, it belonged to me. I could create snow and ice using just my hands. And so, whenever the sky was awake, my powers would come alive, and my sister would run inside my room, and she would ask me to play. And so, we would sneak out very quietly to the great hall of our castle. And what would I build for my sister? That's right, it was a snowman. Very good. Well, my sister knows a thing or two about having fun, and one night she was going so fast from one snowbank to the other that she almost fell, and I stopped her from falling but accidentally hit her in the head. Well, she was very, very cold, as you can imagine. Can I see you all shiver just like this? Very good. Well, I called to my mother and father for help, and they rushed inside the great hall. They bundled up my sister and I, and we rode on horses as fast as we could into the forest. Can you go like this, like you're a horse? Very good. They were pounding across the forest floor until they got to a magnificent clearing. And all of a sudden, right before my eyes, rocks started to roll just like this. Can I see you all roll like this? Very good. All the rocks started to roll to us. And what came out of the rocks? That's right, they were the trolls. They were very wise and very old creatures. And they decided to take all the snow out of my sister's hair. But they also took away the memories of my magic. But they did keep inside one thing: how to have fun. And so, every day my sister would still come by my room and she would knock on the door. Can you all knock on the door with me? We knock on the door and she would say, "Do you want to build a snowman? Come on, let's go and play. I never see you anymore. Come out the door, it's like you've gone away. We used to be best buddies, and now we're not. I wish you would tell me why. Do you want to build a snowman? It doesn't have to be a snowman." I would tell my sister to go away, and she would say, "Okay, bye." Well, the years passed and I was too afraid that I would hurt my sister again, so I didn't come out of my room for a long, long time. Well, one important day came many years later. It was time for me to become That's right, you said it, the queen of my kingdom. And for the first time in forever, the castle gates were open and everyone was invited to attend my coronation day. Well, my sister was so excited about this, and she rushed outside and she met somebody. Do you remember who it was? It was a prince. Prince Hans, that is. Well, Prince Hans and my sister talked and danced, they sang, they ate lots of chocolate, which I love as well. And at the end of the night, Prince Hans asked my sister a question. He asked her to marry him, and she said yes. But when they asked for my permission, what did I say? That's right. I said, you can't marry a man you just met. And I was a little grumpy. Have you been working on your grumpy faces? Can I see your grumpy faces? I can tell some of you have had some practice at home. Well, I told my sister she could not marry him, and my sister and I got into a little bit of a fight. When I told her that was enough, all of a sudden, snow and ice sprung from my hands, and they filled the entire great hall, just as they'd done so many years ago. Well, I was so worried that I would hurt someone that I rushed outside as fast as my feet could carry me. But as soon as my foot touched the water around my castle, what happened to the water? That's right, it froze completely, and so I could get away from everyone and everything, I ran as fast as I could. Can I see you all run like this? Very good. I ran as fast as I could all the way to the top of the North Mountain, and I was finally able to do and be and make whatever I wanted, all by myself. I was finally able to let it go. Now I have heard that this song has traveled all the way down the mountain to your kingdom of Eagle Rock. Would you like to sing it with me? All right, we start like this and we say, the snow glows white on the mountain night, not a footprint to be seen. A kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I'm the queen. The wind is howling like this swirling storm inside. Couldn't keep it in, heaven knows I've tried. Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Well, now they know. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door. I don't care what they're going to say. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway. And so I built on the top of the North Mountain my ice castle. Well, my sister was very worried about me, and so she rushed into the forest to go find me, but she needed some help. Along the way, she met a wonderful ice harvester who became her very closest friend, and he has a little helper to help him too. Does anyone remember his name? Let me give you a hint. He has antlers, and he's a reindeer. Yes, very good, Sven. And what do reindeers love to eat more than anything? Do they like ice cream by chance? No, how about cookies? I don't know if a reindeer eats cookies all the time, but I do know their favorite food is carrots. So my sister gave the gift of carrots so they would go help her. And as they trudged through the snow, they found somebody else. Somebody very small who loves warm hugs. That's right, it's my snowman friend. Well, he knew all about where to go find me, and so he led them to my castle. My sister told me that the kingdom was covered in snow, and that I needed to go home and fix it. But I said, no, I can't, I don't know how. Well, my sister and I got into a little bit of an argument, and finally, out of frustration, I said, I can't. And when I said that, snow flew from my fingertips once again. And where did it hit my sister? That's right, in her heart. And so I decided that I would send my very big snowman to chase them out of my castle to protect them. But my sister's hair started turning another color. What color was it turning? Very good, it was turning white as the snow. Now, her ice harvester friend knew a thing or two about magical beings who could fix this. And so they rushed into the middle of the forest to find the trolls once more. Well, Grandfather Troll saw my sister and said he could not fix it this time because only an act of true love can thaw a frozen heart. But they thought she needed something a little different at first. They thought she needed true love's, very good, true love's kiss. So they jumped onto Sven to go find Prince Hans for true love's kiss, and they rode as fast as they could. Can I see you ride very fast again? They rode very fast all the way back to the castle, and in the meantime, I was also in a lot of trouble because they had found me and were blaming me for what had happened to the kingdom, now covered in ice and snow. Well, my sister was put in a room, and did she receive true love's kiss? No, she didn't. The prince was not very nice and wanted to take over the entire kingdom for himself. So he poured out the fire, he locked the door, and my sister started to freeze. Can I see you shiver again? She was so cold. But somebody who was very small and very smart used his nose, his carrot nose, very good, as a key. It was my snowman friend. He helped my sister out of the room to go find me. She rushed outside and saw her friends coming to help her and myself in a lot of danger. My sister had to make a very important decision. She looked to her friends and she looked to me. And she rushed over, held up her hand, and as soon as my sister did that, what happened? That's right. She completely froze. Well, I was so sad because I thought I had lost my sister forever that I hugged her. But as I hugged my sister, something magical and quite wonderful happened. That's right. She started to melt because an act of true love between two sisters had thawed her frozen heart. And I realized, love, of course. Love is one of the most powerful things in this world. It's even more important than being afraid. It took me a long time to learn that lesson, but I have learned it with all of my heart now. And so I took all the snow and ice off the rooftops, I brought it back into my hands, and I sent it back up into the sky. And I made an ice skating rink in the middle of our castle. Now, I don't know if you have ice skating rinks at home. I don't know if your families would be very excited about you skating around on the kitchen floor, perhaps. But I'm sure all of you have been learning a very important lesson while you have been at home, just like myself and my sister were for a very long time. You have learned the power of being brave, of trust, of hope, and most importantly, love. By staying home and being in your castles, you are taking care of your families and your friends and everyone around you. And that is a sure sign of love and goodness. I am so proud to say hello to all of you, and perhaps I will come visit again one day soon through this wonderful magic mirror. In the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy.